women are tired. The feminine is tired. And I have been feeling it. I have been seeing it. I have been witnessing it and having conversations with women who are really struggling right now. From single mothers, too many single mothers I know that don't have the fathers present in relationship to the children or even financial support. And then single women that don't feel like there are enough good men out there to rely on and to lean into during these times. And why I wanted to share this is because it is like this secret conversation that's being had amongst other women. And then there's a fear of vulnerability of exposing that and sharing that women are leaning on women because there are not enough reliable men to lean on. There are a lot of us that feel like we're holding so much for our communities and for ourselves that it's hard to kind of put it down and to rest. Whether it's for they're holding space, other women are holding space for their children, for their communities, for their families, for each other. And it's really hard to feel like there are solid men within our communities that can hold us so that we can rest for a moment. Check in on the women in your communities, whether they're single mothers, whether they're just sisters out in the world doing their thing. To just check in on the women in your life. Ask how they're doing during these times, even at a minimum.
Okay, well, we'll start with Chris. Chris, the topic she was talking about, there's not enough men to lean on in today's times, and they're leaning on women. Do you agree with her, Chris?
No,
she got meatballs in her mouth.
Mouthful of food.
She over there smashing right now. Food.
She eating liver.
You said what, Chris? It's okay. We'll go to someone else, and then we can come back. Go ahead.
Well, hold on. What you eating, baby?
Sorry. I was watching the thing. No, she's wrong.
Chicken.
Wait. What are you eating?
I was eating a Ritz cracker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry. No, I was going to say she's wrong. It's not that there's not men to be on. They've pushed men away. These feminists, they've pushed the men away. But then they say, "Oh, we're strong, independent women." But then they want someone to lean on, and then they say, "Oh, but we want a man, but there's no men." But then they don't cater to the men. They just they go around in circles. These silly women.
Chris,
Yeah, I'd agree.
I agree with her. I agree.
Huh?
Are you from England?
I'm from New York originally, but I grew up in London. So yeah,
I can hear. Okay.
I have the accent.
Yes. Here. Okay.
Does anybody disagree with Chris?
Halfway. That lady was touching on a lot of different things. I think two things can be true at the same time. I mean, we just spoke to it. Anton spoke to it about the gayness, but I really think it boils down to masculinity and how it's missing in a lot of men. But I also know that there are good men that women, I've been guilty of it, that have not prioritized good men in their life based on things that they can see, whether they're not tall or they're not in shape or they don't have any hair or they have small packages, different things like that. So these are things that I've heard. So
we big overhead.
Big on head. What?
I said we big over here.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, more power to you, Shay.
I don't know about down there, but we big up here, man. I don't know about them niggas.
You gotta chill.
They got nubs. Niggas got nubs.
But overall, she is right. We do need to check on the women. We need in the world, and we need to make sure that they are looked after, they are cared for, and they are valued, because we provide value to each other. So we need to definitely take care of our women and one another.
I saw
I'm sorry.
something.
In the video,
saw
did she
something.
say that women are scared to voice their opinion about how they feel tired in this society?
No,
Because That's all I see on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook. Just women just saying how tired they are of everything in the society. All they talk about is I'm tired of they tired of everything. And I don't understand what she mean by women are scared to voice their opinion. Where?
They be saying that they
That's
tired of
all
Yeah.
that's all they talk
That's all
about is how
TikTok
tired
is.
they
I didn't
are.
even think
TikTok
about
is
And
that. You
then
is
and
covered with
then
them.
and then she want to say that women is a lack of men in this society for women to lean on. Women don't want to lean on no men. Last time I checked, we was independent women.
Right.
Last time that's what I was told. I was told that we
Facts.
supposed to be independent woman and we not supposed to lean on no man, care about no man. We supposed to be the
Mhm.
boss babe and almighty powerful women. That's what
I
I was
won.
taught. So I don't understand what she's talking about. I don't understand. I don't understand what world she's living in, what social media timeline she's in, because that's all women talk
Oh,
about.
some
I
And
women.
like I,
all women
I
talk
like to look at
about is
I
how
like to
they
look at things
hate
from a
men.
fundamental
So
standpoint.
why would there be any men for women like her to lean on? All she talk about is how she's tired of men. And women like her, all they talk about is how they hate men. And so why would there be any men for at her disposal for her to lean on? Don't no man want to lean on no woman that constantly complaining about she tired and this, that, and the third. She a nag. Don't nobody want to. I don't want you to lean on me. She talking about lean on other women. Don't lean on me. I don't want you to lean on me. I don't care. I don't care
One
that you're tired.
one
Cause y'all,
fundamental
this is
thing.
this is this is the life y'all
Go
sold
ahead.
me. This is what y'all told me to do.
Mike trying to
Growing
get
up,
his
y'all told me
No,
to
you
be the
good.
strong, independent woman.
I thought she
I
was
don't want to
finished.
hear nothing about
James, I'm
nobody
never
tired. I
finished.
don't care.
did we gather that she's tired of the poor relationships that we have with men? Because at first it sounded like she was speaking from a tired of having to like put in the same amount of work as men. Because I personally think we don't need to be out there working like that. We need to be in the house, and go outside and do certain things when we want to. That's what I was hearing at first. And then she added the stuff about the kids, you ain't helping out, and all this other type of stuff. So I really want to know, what is the point of her video? What is she speaking to?
And
Tired
listen,
She was all over the place.
Tired of, I
She was
guess,
she was
picking up
she
the
was all over
slack
the
that
place. She
men
wasn't really
don't
like anything
carry.
He was,
specific. She
but
was all over the place. But I mean, she even said something like, "Well, now it's women leaning on women," and I'm like, it bothers me because I saw something the other day, and I think the statistics are still true that men dominate pretty much majority of all working fields out there. Anything out there, men still dominate all of them, right? So when you want to talk about women trying to lean on women, whereas the very society that men and women live in is supported
It's
by
supportive.
men, but yet her premise is, well, the women are suffering as a result of it. But the culture is saying divest from men, remove yourself from a man. We don't need a man. But fundamentally, it doesn't support anything like that. But now that women are having to put themselves in men's spaces, and unfortunately, they're getting lonelier and lonelier. Like the other day, I was just driving around and I'm seeing more and more, not older or like it doesn't look like they're drugged or cracked out, but women on the side of the streets with signs. Women on the side of the streets with signs saying, I need food and all this stuff.
oh, they're not legal citizens. I
No,
went.
they're white women. They're white women.
Oh, you seen one? Okay, well,
Mhm.
they
Got a couple of them.
she couldn't believe that. She out there, white
there
You
women.
are
said
people from Russia that don't not supposed to be here. I will tell you, seeing the women that have the sign, "Please help me, I need milk," and they got the baby outside too. They be having houses.
Go-
I watch any.
going back to the video, I think that some women, that woman was, pretty. Like she thought that her looks was
Thirst,
going to get her
She was
through.
pretty. Her
And what?
thirst
titties was
trapping,
out the
No,
whole
I'm just
time.
thirst
saying.
trapping.
She
Got the
thinks that.
boobs all out.
I hardly could hear what
Her
she was
boobs was
saying
out the
because
whole
the
time.
boobs were so loud in my ear, like
Just
boobs, boobs, boobs.
Somebody in the comments said premature
Wait,
cleavage.
wait. Let me just say. So they think that their looks. Some girls think that their looks are going to get them to a certain point, and when that doesn't happen, they become bitter. She sounded a little bitter. She didn't address the fact that she picked those guys that she was with.
We
She
don't know
gave them that. She gave them some pussy, and they stayed with her till it was over. Now she's bitter. She got a kid.
How
And
do you know all that?
she just
You
told
are
you.
making so
She
many
just
assumptions.
told
You
you. She
don't
just
know all
told
that.
you.
He
Did you
did not
watch the
say
video?
that.
Did you watch it or no? You watched it with your own opinion, or did you watch it?
You're projecting. She didn't say all of those things.
She did not say any
She
of
said
that.
she's tired of no good men that can't step up and
That
don't
don't mean all that stuff you just said doesn't mean any of that. You just made all that up.
She
You
made
just
herself
a whole backstory for this lady. She didn't say any of that.
She made herself a victim of her own doing. She's a victim of her own choices.
She's just a whiner.
If you rob a bank, you're going to go to jail. If you pick a person that for his looks, you know what? I don't hear a lot of ugly women talking like her. I don't. I know a lot of ugly women with 3, 4 kids thinking they fly and all that. Where they at? Where the men at? You know what I'm saying? They not talking like her. She thought her looks and her makeup and all that was going to take her to the world. Now she's 35, is drying up.
I promise you, it's a lot of ugly women out here that are lonely.
Need a cop band-aid.
There's somebody for everybody. Shampoo, you would know.
coming out of you, Mimi, we might need a band-aid.
I might need a what? Say
Damn,
it loud. Say it with your chest now, because you know I'm coming for you. If you
this
say
is dry. This is dry. I got a abrasion.
No, but to touch on the whole society thing, I think it's a little bit on the feminists. Like the feminists, they kind of sold the bill of goods.
Oh
People
yeah,
do it, and
That's
this
true.
is what we got.
That's true.
It is what it is. Unfortunately, they made promises. They're like, if you get a career, replace your family with a career, it's gonna be all good. But I don't know.
No, but I think
Well, actually, no. If you think about it, the government actually, it was pushed, I think, because if you think about it, the government profits more off of 2 people in a household, taxing 2 people in a household. So if you take the woman out of the household and the what is that, like the housewife position, and you put them out to work, you have more money coming out of the household. That's now that I think about it, like it's all about money, the money. It's like, what is the benefit of having the women in the home if we could just profit more out of, putting them to work, just like me?
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that men should be concerned?
Yes.
No.
No.
I do.
No.
Why should men be concerned, big dog?
It'll affect them.
I think men should be concerned because ultimately we're supposed to take care of women. And me personally, because I have sisters, I wouldn't want to see my sisters in this situation. But it's ultimately up to us because we have to start enforcing the family aspect. We can't rely on women to force the family aspect. We can't rely on somebody outside of our own lives to force the family aspect. I think if dudes really sit down and they start showing that when they're talking to a woman that family is the most important thing and start really pushing that besides having a good time, I think things will start getting back on the right track because people tend to buy into plans if they think it's going to benefit them. Just coming back to this about her being tired of this and being tired of that. Women started buying into a plan that wasn't meant for them, and men, we started buying into a plan that wasn't meant for us. The plan for the women was, hey, you don't need them, so go out and do everything you want to do. Their plan was for only a small group of women who were trying to get to the top of something. And then once they got to the top, they were like, all right, everybody else fend for yourself. We don't really care if y'all get equality, if y'all don't have a man, because they already have a man at home. And then men, we bought into the concept at first of taking care of women. And then we were told not to take care of women because we want 50-50. Then men started buying into the 50-50. And then next thing you know, we're here. But it ultimately became, I say that men should be concerned because they know that a man-led household is the strongest household. And once they figured out how to, a man-led household is the strongest household at the end of the day. And once they figured out how to get in the man's psyche to make him feel that he was no longer needed or wanted, it all went to shambles. Just like back in the day with slavery. Once the slave masters realized that they can get the strongest man in the field and buck him and show everybody else that it wasn't worth trying to be big and bad. Once the other bigger men in the field got that and it got to their psyche, they were like, all right, well, we saw what happened to him. It don't want to happen to us. So I think men should be concerned because No revolution ever happens once somebody gives up, and once one person gives up,
what should we do about it? If we should be concerned, what should we do about it?
Go ahead, Mark.
It's gonna take older men.
Take them to do what?
dying.
Do what?
Hold on.
To do what?
What is
No,
it
it's gonna take. Honestly, I'm a big proponent of mentorship.